Meet Dee Brun. Dee enjoys the simple things in life as long as they're paired with a nice cocktail. Dee is always open to explore new places, meet new people, and learn some new recipes. Join us as Dee explores Quebec's Pontiac region and all it has to offer. Known as a wild outdoor playground, the Pontiac is filled with many winter activities. There's something for everyone. This is Lake2Plate. Dee begins her Pontiac adventure at the Pine Lodge Resort. This resort is situated on the shore of the Ottawa River, in the heart of the Pontiac.
My name is Jody Thompson. I am the hospitality manager here at Pine Lodge, and I'm very passionate about what I do. Pine Lodge is located on about 300 acres of pristine old growth forest. Pine Lodge has been many things over the years, but what remains is the rich history of the construction of the building, of the development of the property. It's a place that people can go to have countless stories. They can tell that the walls have stories to tell. When people see how much is here and they see the 100-year-old pine, it's the look on their face when they have to keep looking up to see the top of the pine trees. It's that excitement and telling them about the place and the history, and that's what really gets me excited. And whether it's snowshoeing, cross-country skiing, skidooing, the trail comes right to our front door. We've put in sliding hills. This year we've actually added several skating rinks. We've also expanded recently into ice fishing. We have ample opportunities for people to experience the great outdoors in the wintertime.
Nestled just up the way from the Pine Lodge is the Houghton's Bay Museum. Located on the Ottawa River, this museum is rich in local logging history.
My first impressions of the Pontiac are I wish I had known about it sooner, because there's so much here to do. I'm not going to get it all done in 2 days, that's for sure. There's a lot of history here, so I'm on my way to a museum, and I'm really excited to find out about where I'm staying. Hello!
Hey.
I made it!
Am I ever glad you made it?
It's nice to meet you. Thanks so much for having us.
Oh, we're happy to do that.
Very excited.
Love showing you around. And
It's beautiful here. It's so gorgeous.
We just have a great time here. Property's been here for 75 years in the family, and so we're still enjoying it. We'll start off in the museum.
There's so much history here. I can't wait to learn all about it. Oh, wow. This is amazing.
This has been a collection that's gone on for about 50 years. We've been so fortunate that we came across some of these items.
What is all this beautiful stuff?
Oh,
this
well,
is so fascinating.
This whole area was logging on the Ottawa River. Before 1850, the lumbermen had to mark their logs so that they would know which logs belonged to them, because they were all floated down the river freely.
Okay. So when they would get to where they were going, they could pick theirs out?
Right, exactly. So here we have a V done with an axe. What would happen though, there was people that were unscrupulous. They would saw off or cut off the end of the log and put their own mark on it.
Brand or mark on
exactly.
it. Exactly.
So they would steal each other's logs. But in 1850, they came up, I'm not sure the exact date, but they came up with stamping hammers. Here's that same V. This stamping hammer is a 𝘗𝘰𝘯𝘵. So he used the V, and the number 3 would represent the woodlot that the log came from.
So who it belonged to and where it came from.
Right. If there was one thing that excites me most, it would be the stove. It's called a shanty stove, and they were used in the shanties in the camps. Most of the camps had this type of shanty stove, and we've actually hooked it up and it's working.
Well, this stove brings back a lot of memories for me because my great uncle had one, and he was a cook on submarines, and he used to make. His whole top would be filled with pancakes, flapjacks for us. And he would have an old iron pot.
Yes.
So this would probably be my favorite thing too. It's fantastic. Do you still cook on it?
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, all
That's
the meals are
wonderful.
done out here when we have the group of people. It's just so much fun. We're going to go down onto a real working scow. It's 50 feet long and it's 16 feet wide. The scow was used to house the men when they were working on the river.
Okay.
And in a scow, you would probably get 8 to 10 men.
In a room that size?
In a room that size. And when I say they would work the river, what they would do is work along the shoreline, towing logs that had drifted up with the high water onto the shore. And they would put them back into the water. Well, here you are on a floating bunkhouse. The nice thing about the scow is that it's totally functional.
With this spot, like where I'm staying at the Pine Lodge,
Right.
how does that relate to this? When did that come into play in the timeline?
Well, Pine Lodge started in the 30s. Logging would have been started early 1900s. I'm not sure when the first diesel and gas engines came out, but that's when the scow would have been in
So that would have
full use.
developed around all this, much like Bristol and all the
exactly.
areas around here. I cannot thank you enough for having me here. I have learned so much, and even more so, I'm going to go on my own, learn some more, because it's really fascinating. And I'm going to have to come back when the snow is melted and see it in the summertime for myself.
And then when you do come back, bring friends with you.
I will.
And family or whatever. We
I will,
love
for
showing
sure.
it around, and we can discover a lot more.
Yes, well, that's
It's-
what this place is about, all about
exactly.
discovery.
Yes.
Thank you again. This has been so great.
The Pontiac region is known for many things, including its excellent ice fishing. Dee is heading back to the Pine Lodge to check out their new ice fishing shack. Even though Dee is new to ice fishing, her hopes are high that she'll have luck catching fish for tomorrow's special dinner.
Now I get to go ice fishing. I've never done this before. What is the one main thing, other than not getting in the hole, do I need to know?
In this ice fishing shack that we're heading to, the one thing you don't have to worry about is staying warm.
Oh, it's heated?
It is heated. We have a nice little fire set up and we're all ready to go.
So can anyone do this? Like, do you rent this? Do you have to be a guest? How does it work?
We have a pilot project this year where we started with 1, and it's been so popular that we are actually increasing our fleet to 4 or 5 by next winter.
This looks amazing. Do I have to dig my own hole?
You can if you like, but if you don't feel comfortable working the auger, we have all the equipment and we can have it fully set up for you when you arrive.
I do not feel comfortable, but I'm sure there are people that would. So you can be beginner, you can be advanced, whatever you want. You've got it for everybody.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm excited. Show me inside.
Great.
Oh my goodness. It's so nice and warm in here.
The holes are all set and ready to go, so if you didn't want to venture outside, if the weather wasn't quite cooperative, you can stay inside in the nice heated shack and fish right here. Now you're all set up. Now the fire's nice and warm. Now you can...
That's it.
Yeah, now you wait.
Now I wait.
Now
I'm fishing.
Yep. So
All right.
have fun.
Thanks. All right, let's wait to catch some dinner. Well, now what? I wish I had something to drink.
Jeff Roberts, a local, well-known mixologist, is invited to share some of his favorite recipes with the connoisseur herself.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Not too bad. Brought some cocktails and some maple whiskey.
What are we making today?
First things first, we barrel aged some whiskey. We added 2 ounces of maple syrup for every liter. We barrel aged it for 3 to 4 weeks. And because of the surface to volume ratio, you're getting a lot of those delicious American oak notes. You're getting the creme brulee, you're getting the vanillas, the tannins.
Takes your whiskey from here to here.
Yeah, next level. What we have here is basically a maple old fashioned that
Yep.
we've aged in our barrels. Now we're gonna drop in around 8 to 10 apple wood chips. You pull one of these out when you're throwing a cocktail party, you'll be the talk of the town.
Top heavy, and then it just goes down so nice and smooth.
Because of how we've barrel aged it, you don't get that whiskey burn.
No
right?
burn
So
whatsoever. And that smoke just adds a really, really nice finish.
now we've aged this whiskey in the barrel, we're gonna make a cocktail with it too.
Exciting.
I'm not making the cocktail, I'm gonna instruct you on how to make the cocktail.
I love that. Let's do it.
Okay, this is going to be a riff off a classic whiskey sour. We're going to call it the Red Wagon Sour. It's from the 𝘱𝘰𝘴𝘴𝘰𝘯𝑵yard, and then we're going to float that on the top of the whiskey sour.
Nice. Let's do this.
Okay, so first things first, we're gonna do 3 ounces of our lemon lime mix. Next, you're gonna grab 2 ounces of your maple whiskey. Then we're gonna grab our egg whites. Just gonna put 2 to 3 dashes egg whites in there. A teaspoon of our vanilla bean extract. Give it a good shake. Now the fun part, we're gonna float the red wine on top.
It's beautiful.
Enjoy.
Really good. Okay, now we have our cocktail. I guess we now just wait to catch a fish and drink.
Feed up and wait till they bite.
Sounds good. Cheers.
Unfortunately, Dee never caught a fish. Hey, it happens to the best of us. A day's fishing is always better than a day in the office. But in Dee's case, going fishless has been more than made up with good company and a spectacular drink.
So we're going to my bed and breakfast for the night. Oh, that's it there. Beautiful Victorian, beautiful big old house. Let's go check it out.
Dee is an avid home renovation DIYer who has a passion for design and Victorian-style homes. She is well known with her followers on Instagram for finding the beauty in the old and working her magic to bring it back to life.
My name is Emma Judd, and I'm standing in front of my house in 𝘱𝘯𝑚, Quebec that I bought when I was 19 years old. Starting a bed and breakfast came out of wanting to save a house. I like old houses. I saw the house, I fell in love, even though it was really in bad condition because of it being abandoned for like 10 years. A bed and breakfast is something that the community needed, and something on Main Street in 𝘱𝑯𝑚 is important. I wanted to start business here because I believe in the Pontiac, and I believe in what it can become and what it is. The people here really want to see this community grow and thrive.
And when did you start this project?
I started about 2 years ago.
Oh, okay. So yeah, this is a passion project for sure.
It definitely is.
These ceilings are fantastic.
Yeah,
So
these 2
high.
rooms are hidden under drop ceilings.
Oh, amazing. That's such a treasure. And this room is going to be
The dining room.
dining
Yeah.
room.
I love old houses because they are things we can't get back. It's fun to see what is still in the house, even after 120 years of renovations. It's something that a lot of people put a lot of hard work into, and it's nice to bring that back and really showcase it in a way that it hasn't been. So this is the finished part.
Wow, is this where you're living?
Yes, it is.
This is absolutely amazing.
So this is what the entire house is gonna look like. Just got a little charcuterie board set up, and of course some of my parents' wine.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Wow, that is really nice. So where is this winery?
So it is 5 minutes up the road at my parents' place. Super local.
Super local. So are you going to live here full time while it's up and running? Is that your plan?
Yeah. So for the bed and breakfast, you should have somebody full time. And I mean, I think it's a comfort to the guests to have somebody who knows the space so well.
It's going to be beautiful when it's done, and it's something that you'll treasure forever. And if you saved it from being torn down, then again, we're going to drink to that because job well done.
Absolutely.
It would have been a shame if we lost
really
this
would
house,
have.
I believe. The town needs something like this, and I just
does.
think of all the new people that are going to be brought in and the new businesses, and then they go home and they tell their friends how amazing it was, and then they have to come see it, and yeah, I think
It's
that's
kind of a
fantastic.
unique little anomaly here
100%.
because it's such a growing region,
Yeah.
but that I know that this will be a success.
This whole day has been amazing, and I've seen so many cool things, and I cannot think of a better place to end my day with you and this amazing house. Thank you so much for having me and giving me a tour and letting me stay. And again, I cannot wait to come back and see your vision complete.
I can't wait to show you everything.
Oh, it's going to be amazing. Thank you again, and thank your parents for this beautiful wine.
Absolutely.
Cheers.
Feeling well rested, Dean makes her way to 𝘱𝑗𝑛𝑏orough, the location of Brennan Farms, where she's going to do some more ice fishing.
Hi there, how are you?
Well, very good. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Thanks for having me here. It's absolutely beautiful.
Welcome.
So what do you got me doing today?
Well, I hear you're going to do some fishing.
I hear this is a place. Am I going to catch something today?
Well, you never know.
I'm hoping.
You're going to be fishing in Manny Lake today.
Manny Lake. And what are we going to be catching?
Well, there's quite a variety.
I am not experienced in ice fishing at all. So this is very new for me, and I love the idea of it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Do you do this every year? Is it open to the public?
Yeah, usually we rent this camp a lot in the wintertime too for ice fishermen.
Today we need to catch some dinner.
That's right.
I hear we need to catch dinner, so that's the goal for today.
There's other people that are fishing here today,
Okay.
and they have got some of their tip-ups there. The way they work, the fish bites them, they trip, and then they know from a distance that they're getting a bite. Each person is allowed five holes.
5 spots, 5 holes to fish from. What might I catch today?
You could catch pike, pickerel, you could catch catfish, you could catch perch.
I have lots of options. I gotta feed people tonight.
Good.
Either that or we're having tacos.
Is that a pickerel? Catfish.
A flag just popped up.
Okay, Dee, grab it.
This is exciting. That's a nice one. Ooh! Oh, wow, that's beautiful. And what kind of fish is that?
It's a pike.
I caught a fish. Look, Mom, got a fish. Jeez.
With fish now officially on the menu, Jack takes Dee for a better view of the lake.
10 minutes, that's where you'll be, right on top.
Right on top? That's amazing. I can only imagine what the view's gonna be like from up there. Wow, this is amazing! And that was a fun ride.
Yeah.
That was a fun ride.
Good.
This is so beautiful. How high up are we again?
810 feet above the farm there.
Wow.
It's 360 feet above sea level.
I can only imagine what this looks like in the summertime.
Oh, it's beautiful in summer. Yeah, some people ice fishing down there.
Oh yeah, that's where I caught my first ice fish. I can see them. That fish is going to taste good tonight.
That's right. It's all filleted. My grandson already filleted
You
for
can't
you.
get any closer to Lake2Plate than that. We caught it, he filleted it, it's ready to go.
It's no fresher than that, I'll tell
No,
you.
I'm excited for that. I can't thank you enough for bringing me up here. This has been such a highlight and such a treat. I'm checking a bunch of things off my list of
Checklist?
to-dos. Yes, and I couldn't be more happy. I really appreciate this.
Well, it's a pleasure having you up
This
here.
is
I'm glad
gorgeous.
you came and you'll have to come back.
I'm gonna come back.
Before arriving at the Bryson House, Dee has one last stop to make at the Old Bank to pick up some refreshments for dinner. Brewed with local ingredients by brewmaster Mike Shopwood, Old Bank Brewery has quickly become a local favorite.
My name is Robert Belanger. I am a chef here at the George Bryson Heritage House at the Salon d'été de Robina. Being part of the Pontiac and having new people come in like Dee, it's just a great feeling to show them what we have to offer. I think we're a very unexplored gem in Canada.
So we're starting with some hors d'oeuvres on trout Wellingtons.
Okay.
And I'll put a few together already, but I'll let you make some.
Wellingtons all have a story, every kind of food Wellington. So what gives this
Well, there's different Wellingtons, right?
Yes.
The original is beef Wellington.
Yeah.
And then people just started doing other stuff, fish, chicken. This one we do salmon, trout, any kind of fish.
I'm ready to cook, but first we're gonna do a little bit of quality control with a nice beer from l'Ancien Banc. Cheers to a wonderful drink and a wonderful dinner. All right, so I'm gonna start with my butter wash.
Right, evenly and lightly.
Then I'm going in with my spinach.
Correct, you'll do a row right here. And if there's any long stems, just kind of break them off, just because it'll puncture the peel.
And then we're gonna go in with our asparagus, 2 pieces.
Yes, like a fillet, salt and pepper, just a pinch of each. And your duxelle.
Duxelle.
Now we just fold it over, seal the ends, don't worry if it rips. A little bit of butter at the end to seal it.
Oh, I can't wait to eat these. I'm very excited. And how long do we bake these and for what temperature?
These usually go in about 400 degrees for about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
These ones we're going to cut it down a little, of course, being appetizers.
My job here is done. Thank you so much for teaching me. I have a special guest here for dinner, so I'm gonna go join them.
Joining Dee for dinner are many of Dee's new Pontiac friends. There's more ways than one to break the ice.
Dee was fortunate enough to catch some pike at the Brennan's farm. I incorporated that into the main dish, which was a pike filet almondine. It came out really well.
I really just want to thank everyone. Let's raise our glass and have a cheers of this wonderful beer. I have had so much fun in this Pontiac region. I've met so many amazing people. This dinner is fantastic, and it's truly been a joy to be here. So thank you all. Cheers.
Cheers.
Fresh, wild, and local food and drink in a spectacular setting like the Pontiac can go a long way to deepening new friendships. I can't think of a better way to end a day on the ice.